Hello, welcome to episode 5. Lucky number. Welcome to episode 5 of Talk Table with Tequma. It's nice to have everyone here. Hi, as usual, my name is Violet Simon, and I am a Salesforce consultant with Tequma. And with us today, we have Mikoi, please.
Hello everyone. So my name is Mikołaj Halak. I am also a Salesforce consultant working at Tequma AG, and I'm very happy that we are here for the fifth time, which is great. I'm really impressed by us. Fifth time in a row, or
I
even sixth, right? Counting the webinar. So that's great.
I think if we count the webinars, I hope everyone has seen the webinars. Please, if you haven't, make sure you go to our YouTube channels and look at our previous talk tables and the webinars. We had the most amazing webinar last week talking about Experience Cloud, and it was hosted by my humble self. And the talk was by Mikoi, and as usual, he's amazing, and he gave us a lot of insights about the Experience Cloud. So head to our YouTube channel. You can find the video on LinkedIn. So you can go to the Tequma page and it will direct you to the YouTube channel. So on the fifth episode of the Talk Table with Tequma, do not forget to type where you're chatting from because we want to know where everybody's watching us from. We want to know how far our faces have gone. So please put in the chat where you're watching us from, where you're listening to us from. If you're at work, where you see my face from, that would be nice to know. So our topic today, we'll be talking about customer experience and the significance of omni-channel support. As usual, we know that customer experience plays a very big role in how our business grows, how our nonprofits improves. The growth of the company, basically, we cannot reduce or redefine the significance of customer experience. So today we are going to talk about the significance of omnichannel and the significance of the support system that Salesforce provides. So yes, I'm going to give the table to Mikoi to tell us about what he thinks or what he understands when we talk about omnichannel or omnichannel support.
Okay. So where do we start? Probably at the beginning, right? Um,
Exactly.
so the truth is that nowadays, our B2C enterprises need to establish the connection with the users via multiple channels and multiple communication channels. So let's imagine that you have to service your customers and you would like to do that via email, via phone, via our website, chatting with your agent, creating your own case via formula, and then probably chatting with the bot, right? So that is a lot of channels to communicate with your customers. And what is even harder to do that is to not even establish this connection, but to maintain this connection. Because if someone will use three different ways to communicate with you every time, you need to gather this information and also you need to distribute this work from different places, connect the dots, and then filter them to the proper agent, right? So from
Yeah.
the business perspective, the bigger number of possibilities to connect with the enterprise, the more clients that will be satisfied, and the less probability that they will go to the other company because they can find everything at your place. From the technical perspective, Salesforce give you just opportunity to establish all of these connections. So maybe just briefly I will say about each of them, okay? So we have email case that is helping us to receive emails and then convert them into cases automatically. We don't have to scroll through Outlooks, Gmails, or whatever.
Would you say cases and tickets mean the same thing in a layman term?
Yeah. Oh, thank you. Yeah, definitely. So the cases in Salesforce slang are customer requests, something that we have to take a look at or something that we have to work at, right? From
Okay.
the service agent perspective. So thank you, Violet. That's a very valid comment before I go further. So we have email to case. Also, as you know from our webinar, you can create your own website on which customers can create cases slash tickets. They can also chat with the bot, which will transfer the work to the agent if needed. they can also chat with the agents directly. So we
I
have
see.
already three ways, right? Then we can establish phone calls, and it's getting more and more. I think companies are going to the direction of the Web3, by the way, very nice topic to know. And internet is still being developed, I think, and the ways that you can communicate. So Salesforce will just, to conclude, Salesforce will help you grab all those pipelines and situate them in one place and then distribute the work to the proper agents based on some conditions or factors.
Okay. So does omnichannel involve? Okay, let's say I go to or I bought a pair of shoes from a store, and I reached out to an agent in maybe through a phone call, and I have another problem, and I have to reach out to an agent through a web chat or something. Do you think the omnichannel supports the fact that okay, so the information I passed before, is there like a memory between all channels connected in the omnichannel supports?
So the memory exists obviously, but it does not. It's not included in the omni-channel. So what we call the CRM, well, and these are the fundamentals, right? So the customer relationship management, we have a records
Yeah.
of our clients. And on these records, we store information about our interactions that were performed. We can segregate these informations based on, for example, channels through which client communicated with us. If someone called us, we'll probably log a call, or we can make some automation that will store this information that this person called us automatically. If there is a case, it will be already linked to the uh,
Customer.
to our customer, right? So all these informations are stored. They are not made directly by the on the channel. Probably some further customization or manual work from agent is needed, but still you have it. So whenever client calls you and he says that, hey, I have the problem with my product, you can already know what product that is. But it's a bit next to the omni-channel, not the omni-channel functionality itself. The omni-channel, once again, it needs to be outlined, in my opinion, helps you connect all different channels into one place and distribute the work. Distribute the work is the main factor here because you have different agents with different skills and different capabilities, right?
True.
So while you speak perfect English. I'm doing my best, but probably I'm better at Polish as a native. So if we operate clients in English and Polish, we want omni-channel to segregate Polish cases and English cases to the suitable agent. So that's probably the easiest example that you can imagine.
Yeah, okay. That works. I think that is like the that would probably be the example I would think of too. Okay. So like we said before, omnichannel is Salesforce is basically connected as a system. So every part of Salesforce is connected and you need them in every way. You cannot look at one and ignore the rest. And with that being said, Tequma offers different packages for your Salesforce org. We offer implementation in 10 days where your system is up and running for 10 days. And this involves training, security, user support, user administration, all in this package. And we also have the support and the administration package where we let you, guess what, focus on other tasks and leave the petty administrative tasks to us. So please reach out to us on LinkedIn. You can look at the screen right now, scrolling across your screen. That's our website. You can contact us and subscribe to any of our packages at this site, and definitely would get you through what your organization needs at any point in time. So, that being said, Mikhail, if you think of omnichannel, what benefits come to your like off the top of your head? What's the first benefit that comes to your head, basically? What do you think is the topmost benefit? Think about it. No, no, I said off the top of your head. Don't think about it.
Sorry. Yeah, no, definitely distribution. Distribution is the key factor in the performance of your organization. Because if you have different agents, different skills, and some of them may have more work to do, some of them may have less, then you need to make sure that all of them perform only 100% of their capability, and omnichannel will help you that. So according to the packages that you introduced just a second ago, as an administrator, this is definitely one of your responsibilities to make sure that omnichannel works properly and that it helps you in your day-to-day service operations. So as admins, will help you maintain this. As service consultants, will make sure that it's configured properly from the beginning and built on the solid foundations of the service cloud that will be also configured. So yeah, omnichannel, definitely distribution. Please remember about that, but this is more from the technical and service cloud of Salesforce perspective. From the business perspective, one more time, many different channels through which you make sure that your customers can communicate. Yeah, and I think, yeah, for now there is like a five of these channels, main channels that I just mentioned, but you still need to remember this more and more of them, right? Because if you make any integrations with, for example, WhatsApp Messenger. These are additional channels that you make available, so they can be also included there. And I cannot imagine how many different channels will appear in the next years. So
Like Salesforce is one company that just keeps bringing, like with every release, I've seen new things. So I'm not even surprised anymore. In 2 years, we could see a whole new channel or new channels basically because you never know. So that being said, reach out to us if you want to know more details about the Omni channel. There's always a consultant ready to listen, to support you, to provide assistance to any questions that you might need. And then off the top of my head, I think that when I see or when I hear omnichannel, the first thing I think of is something that covers all, because omni is a word that is used in my country a lot because everybody wants to be everywhere. So yes, omni covers all. So once I hear all, I think about distribution. I think about um, helps in saving time because you have agents responsible for every channel to basically accused to every ticket, every case that comes into your system, and that is really important. So yes. Okay, so Miko, as usual, it was very nice talking to you, and I know I have learned something today. So instead of thinking of time management in my head when I hear omnichannel, I probably think of distribution too. So that's a good thing. And if you want to hear about our other webinars or our talk tables from before, don't forget to go to our YouTube channel. And yes, everything is there. And I assure you that you would get at least 2 tips from each. I think I'm being nice. At least 5 tips from every talk table that we host. So I cannot wait to see you guys next week on the next talk table with Tequma. And it was nice having everyone here. For those that listen to me from Munich, from Bigosh, and then I saw a city that I'm sure if I pronounce that, I would murder the name of that city. But Skyny, we say, do not come for me. I tried my best. But yes, thank you guys for joining today and thank you for watching. And I will see you next week on Talk Table with Tequma, episode 6. Thank you and bye.